One of those that like they just look back like, damn, what was she wearing? This one is really good, and I said, okay, so I want a fine guy to give me compliments back to back, so I bought it. Yes. This is good. Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. My name is Maria, or it's MJ here on YouTube. So in today's video, I compiled a list of top spring fragrances that I recommend for you guys to try out this spring. I tried to compile a list of fragrances that are not too dark, they're not too dense, they're not too heavy, and they're just gonna make you feel confident and airy and clean and fresh. So if you guys are interested in hearing what I compiled for you guys, then please keep on watching. So we're gonna start off with a no-brainer in my opinion, especially for spring. This is Dylan Blue from Versace or Versace, and I love this bottle. This is such a beautiful bottle. This is definitely for your confident woman. This is bright, this is crisp, this is sweet but not too sweet. In my opinion, based on the bottle, you're probably gonna understand what I'm trying to say. It has a little bit of a masculine taste, smell, sense to it. By no means I'm saying that it smells like a guy perfume or cologne, but it just has that freshness to it, you know what I mean? So usually, generally speaking, women fragrances are marketed to be warm, sweet, or fruity, fresh, cuddly, feminine fragrances, right? And your guy fragrances are usually generally targeted to be more fresh and crisp and more aquatic smelling. So this one has that crisp, fresh, clean smell to it. There is green apple in this, and green apple is not too sweet. Green apple has that sweet yet tartness to it. So that is what I smell in this bottle. It's good. This to me like shopping vibes, fresh out of the shower, fresh, wet, clean hair. That's the vibe that I get. There's also like a crisp, bright, clean office vibe to it as well, so it can go either way, but this is so good. The main accords to Dylan Blue are fruity, floral, green, rose, and fresh, but to me it's more of a fresh, fruity, floral. Okay, so now moving on to one that I've already talked about a bunch of times on my channel, and I will continue to talk about it because it is an obsession of mine and I love it. So this is First Kiss from Belayered, and I've talked about it, like I said, a bunch of times already. So the main accords on First Kiss are rose, floral, fresh, fruity, woody, and musky. It's interesting. I love this stuff. This is so good. So good. So as we all know, you have your perfumes that make you feel pretty, you have your perfumes that make you feel cute, you have your perfumes that make you feel smexy. But this perfume makes you feel beautiful. Like the term beautiful, beautiful. This is what this makes me feel. This is a crisp, bright, fruity, floral fragrance. This is, if you haven't watched my other videos, this is, like I said, from Belayered, and this is a dupe or inspiration for a niche fragrance called Perfumes de Marly Delina. I'll put it on screen to show you guys the price differences. There's lychee in this one, so it just makes it a little bit different than your regular fruity floral. It just adds that little bit of tartness to it, so it just makes it so addicting. You definitely cannot get enough. It's one of those that you put on, it lasts on you forever. You walk past by someone and they will definitely either stop you to ask you what you're wearing, or it's one of those that like they just look back like, damn, what was she wearing? You know, it's one of those. It's so it's so good. So this is another one that I recently talked about in my latest video, the Valentine's video that I recently posted, but this is Love from Express, and this one is very affordable. The biggest bottle is like $60, I believe. The smallest bottle is around 40 something, 45 I think it is. I don't remember exactly, but I got it for $25, so make sure to always get it on sale. Express always has sales. Very underrated perfume. I don't hear many people talking about it on YouTube. And if you like Perfumes de Marly Delina or First Kiss, you will definitely like Love by Express. They are similar. I'm not saying that they smell the same. They do not smell the same. This is also one of those sweet, fruity florals. This has pineapple in this, so it's one of those like tropical fruits, the same way as lychee is a tropical fruit. So there's that added tartness to it that just makes you crave it a little bit more. And like I said, it's not your typical fruity floral, so it just adds that uniqueness to the fragrance. Also extremely long lasting, and I always get compliments on it, and it smells more expensive than what it really is. Whenever I wear this one, I just feel so fresh and clean and pretty. It just makes me feel like so put together. And the main accords on Express are fruity, sweet, floral, white floral, and powdery. There is no powderiness to it. I don't even know why that's an accord, but I get no powdery from this. From the opening to the dry down, I feel like it stays pretty linear. That's not always a bad thing. It goes on fresh and fruity and sweet, and it stays on fresh, fruity, and sweet. This one is really good. I stopped wearing this one because it brings me like bad memories, but it's so good, you guys. Yes. Okay, so now moving on to Gemma di Paradiso by Roberto Cavalli. But I actually discovered this one. Let me show you guys the bottle first. Here is the bottle. It's something like aquatic royalness to it. Oh yes, this is good. All right, so I actually discovered this one from another YouTuber here on YouTube, duh. But her name is Amber Chantal, or Chantal, sorry if I butcher that name, but I watch her videos, and she has mentioned this in about like 3 of her videos, but one of them stuck out to me. She said she was on vacation and she brought this on her vacation, and there was this fine guy that kept giving her compliments like back to back, saying that she smelled so good. And I said, okay, so I want a fine guy to give me compliments back to back, so I bought it. And I actually blind bought it, and I was not disappointed. So the main accords on this one are vanilla, woody, white floral, fruity, sweet, and floral again. What's the difference between white floral and floral? But okay. I'm gonna be honest, there's nothing like groundbreaking about it, but there's something also very addicting to it, if that makes sense. I still recommend it, and I actually want the bigger bottle of it because I've been wearing this to work every day. But there's something, I don't know, just addicting to it, and just so easy and warm to wear. And by warm, I don't mean like gourmand or like for fall. I mean, even though I would wear this year round, but you know what I mean. But I'm gonna actually wear this one today. But what sticks out to me the most on this one is the vanilla, some floral, but it's more of a vanilla amber sort of fragrance, and I love vanilla and amber. Yeah, there's a slight fruity floralness to it, but it's mostly just vanilla and amber, and I find this so appropriate for the spring. It's one of those that it's not too dense, it's pretty light, but I will say it's not the most long lasting on the skin, and I do have to overspray this one in order to keep smelling it, because I am one that likes to smell my own perfume. And not only do I want others to smell me, but I want to smell myself. But there's just, oh, it's so good. Like it's attractive. That's the word. It's attractive. Alright, so this is another one from Belayered. I've also talked about this one a lot on my channel, but it's because I love it, and I'll continue to talk about the ones that I like. So this is Me from Belayered, and as I've mentioned before, this is an orange creamsicle. There's this citrus sweet vibe, but there's also vanilla, so it rounds it up and sweetens it up and just meshes it together, and it creates this creamy orange creamsicle. The accords on this one are vanilla, white floral, amber, fresh, spicy, animalic, and powdery. I think those accords are pretty on point. Powdery towards the very end. This one lasts forever on the skin, but towards the very end, I want to say maybe like 12 hours after, it becomes more ambery, powdery with a slight citrus mandarin scent in the back. But mostly for me, it's like this vanilla, mandarin, sweet, creamy goodness, and I love this one. It's very fresh, but not in a Dylan sort of way. This is more of a sweet, fresh, but the mandarin is super prominent, so you definitely have to like oranges or mandarin. It's funny because I don't even like orange juice. Super addicting and pretty, what's the word? ¿Cómo se dice? Intoxicating. Yes. Okay, now moving on to a recent purchase. This is Aura from Mugler, but the EDT version, and I love this stuff. You need to go get it. Actually, let me not say that because maybe you're not gonna like it because it's unique. It opens up very fresh, very green. There are green notes in this and they stay pretty prominent throughout the whole way, but in the beginning it's super fresh, super green, almost shampoo sort of vibes. So you might not like it. But I love this stuff. As it dries down and it just tones down, meshes in with your skin, with your hair, with your clothes, it just tones down and it sweetens up just a little bit. Not like intoxicating sweet, not overly sweet, not sickeningly sweet, not tooth rotting sweet. No, the greenness in this is very prominent and it stays pretty fresh throughout the whole way, but the vanilla in this just sweetens it up just a tiny bit. And I want to say that it not even just sweetens it up, it just blends it pretty well. It just rounds it up pretty well, that it just becomes this mysterious sweet green deliciousness. The best way that I can describe it is like a green, slightly fruity vanilla. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I get from it, and I love this stuff. It's so good. All right, so now moving on to Burberry or Burberry Her. This is the bottle. I like this bottle. It's cute. It's simplistic, but it's cute. I was mostly excited for this one because a lot of people said it was the dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540, and I know that the nose behind this one was MFK himself, so I was kind of confused actually. Oh, and because they said it smelled like strawberry milkshake, and I said interesting, so I was a little confused as to why he would make a dupe for one of his most popular fragrances, which is 540. So I was like, why would he make a dupe for another fragrance house, you know, for Burberry? But whatever, that's besides the point. The notes on this one are fruity, sweet, woody, musky, and powdery. I don't get powderiness from this, but those are the accords. Am I saying notes? Have I been saying notes all along? I mean accords. Sorry. Okay, so this to me is a fruity, sweet, very light and airy fragrance. So some fresh fragrances have that depth to them, you know. So for example, Dylan Blue has that depth to it. It's potent, it's there, it's in your face. It makes itself present. You walk into a room and someone can smell you. It's one of those. But this one is a fruity, fresh, very airy sort of fragrance. It's very, very light. It's not strong, and it's also not long lasting on me. I like it though for spring because of its lightness to it. Obviously because it's fruity, fresh. There's strawberry in this, and I believe some other notes. But for me, what's most prominent is definitely the strawberry. For the people on the back, I do not consider this, at least to me, and my skin, and on air, and on paper, I do not consider this a strawberry milkshake. I really don't. To me, it's more of a strawberry sorbet. Not strawberry milkshake, strawberry sorbet. There's a difference, trust me. This is not creamy. This is light. This is airy. A strawberry milkshake has milk, so it makes it dense, it makes it heavy, and it makes it creamy. And a sorbet has no milk, no cream. So it's more fresh, especially like on a spring hot day. You don't want anything too heavy. You just want something light, and it has that cooling sensation to it. This has that cooling sensation to it. You picking up what I'm putting down? I hope you understand what I'm saying. One of the accords, like I said, was musk. So another way that I can describe this to you guys is probably like a sweet tart strawberry musk. And by musk, I mean it's just that light airiness to it. All right, water break because I've been talking for way too long. Water's so good. Stay hydrated. And for springtime, I also recommend water. Okay, cringe. So now moving on to another perfume that I've talked about a bunch of times on this channel. And this is Ariana Grande Cloud. Wow. Wow, I really picked up in that sniff the coconut note. In other times, it's like a light coconut, but right now, I picked it up more. Okay. Let's move on. So the accords for Ariana Grande are sweet, milky, coconut, vanilla, and nutty. I don't get any sort of nuttiness, but I do get sweet, I get milky, I get coconut, and maybe vanilla. So as I mentioned before, this is a sweet, but not too sweet. It's like a light sweet or sugar-free, cloudy, airy, slight coconutty whipped cream. Even though there's coconut in this and whipped cream, it's not too heavy, and that's why I think it's still perfect for spring. I actually think it's perfect for every day, for year-round. It's very light, it's very airy, it's very delicate. There's also lavender, bergamot, and pear, I believe, in this. So it just gives it a freshness to it, but not, once again, comparable to Dylan Blue, not this type of fresh. There's just this airy quality to it. So now we have another one of my favorites and compliment getters, and also my unique ones, and this is Interplay Extracts from Alexandria Fragrances, and this is supposedly a dupe, like fully on inspiration dupe, like full on of Baccarat Rouge 540, the Extrait version. I do have also just Interplay, which is a dupe for 540, the original, but this is the Extrait. And the main accords on Interplay Extrait are woody, almond, amber, musky, warm, spicy, and animalic. Interesting. So this one also has that sweet, light, airiness to it. I love this stuff, but there's that woodiness elements that makes it more unisex. I won't say that it's a powerhouse. It's not one that you announce when you walk into a room, hi, I'm here, you know, no. But I think it does project quite well. It's definitely one of those you naturally smell good. It's a skin scent in my opinion, but it has that woody element to it. And whenever I wear it, I pass by people and they compliment me, they ask me what I'm wearing. So it projects well and it leaves a nice trail, but it's not annoying by any means. I really like it, and because of this, I really want to get the Extrait version from Baccarat just to compare them. Alright, so now moving on to another fragrance actually from the House of Alexandria. By the way, this video is not sponsored. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but it's not sponsored. I just happened to order one of his perfumes from the House of Alexandria, and he was kind enough, by him I mean Hanny, was kind enough to send me some samples to try out. He didn't tell me to do a video, no, none of that. It's just, he just like was literally kind enough. If you know the company, then you just know that's how he is. So he sent me some samples. I'm just trying them out. This is called Heavy Petal, and this is an inspiration or dupe for Flower Bomb. So I have a hate love relationship. I don't want to say hate because it's a strong word and I don't mean it in this sense, but it's more of like, I don't know, I just don't know with Flower Bomb. So I like Flower Bomb nectar, but I don't really care for Flower Bomb itself, like the original one, because it's not bad. It's not a bad fragrance, but it doesn't move me. It doesn't really do anything for me, but I crave it from time to time. So since he was kind enough to send me some samples, and like, you know, I was able to request the ones that I wanted, I ordered Heavy Petal because it's a dupe for it. And let me tell you, I am familiar with Flower Bomb, and like I said, I like it, but it's not one that I would personally probably buy just because I like the nectar more, and nectar for me, it's more fall, winter, because it's more syrupy, it's more thick, it's more dense. Not saying that I wear perfumes based on seasons. I mean, sometimes I do, but if I'm in the mood for something and it's thick, it's dense, it's warm, and it's 120 degrees outside and I want to wear it, I'll wear it. I got no problem with that. But you know what I mean. So Flower Bomb is pretty expensive, and I just did not want to cash out to buy it. So I said, if I'm ever in the mood for it, I have a dupe for it, and it literally smells the same. So I mean, Flower Bomb, hello, springtime, the flowers are blooming. I mean, you can't get more springtime than that. So that's why I decided to include Flower Bomb as my last perfume. So that is about it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that I didn't talk too long, talk too much. With that being said, if you guys have any suggestions for me to try, leave it down in the comment section below. If you guys are interested in buying any of the perfumes that I mentioned, I will leave it down in the description box below. I also always include links. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I have that information down below. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed day, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. I don't know what that was. Okay, bye.